Street. Jeff Hopper, I know we're doing a little agility training outside. How are things?
Things are good. Thank you very much, Leanne. Cecilia Hersey is here with me from Dream Fields. It is a dog agility training facility just north of Highway 7 on Upper Dwyer Hill Road. Can't miss that. So, if your dog seems bored, is a high-energy dog maybe, any dog really can benefit from this, I think, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Agility is a dog sport that puts the dog through an obstacle course with the handler. They learn to do tunnels and jumps, and they burn off some energy, both physically and mentally.
Yeah.
It's great.
And they love it, I think.
They love it, absolutely.
And why is it a good idea to get your dog into agility? I think just like human beings, you want to exercise.
A tired dog is a good dog.
I believe it. This is Rebel, who loves me right now.
She's a bit freaked with the whole...
Well, this is a kind of a crazy situation.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sounds and stuff. But Rebel, even with all of the distraction, loves this so much that she's able to do it.
Yeah.
So it all starts with foundations, doesn't it?
Yes.
So before you put them on these crazy contraptions, you want to get them used to certain things. Can we talk about those?
Yeah. One of the things that you want to do is get the dog used to shifting their center of gravity, where things move underneath them. It's not something they commonly do at home.
Right.
Don't have many things that move. But in order to do the seesaw on a course, which you go up and tip and go down, you've got to be really comfortable with your foot placement. So we start the dogs on this. This is a wobble board. Has a little fulcrum underneath it. And the dogs just get on and make it move. And then, of course, we reward them for doing that. Get on that thing.
Look at that.
Good girl. Make that one. Get over there. Yeah, good girl.
See, it's moving, which would normally freak a dog out.
And when we first start, they were a little bit worried about it, so we don't make it move very much.
Now, this is a minimal fulcrum you're using.
Absolutely. This is just tiny.
Okay.
Because we don't want to scare them. We want this to be a really good experience for them. And once they get better at it, we increase the size of the fulcrum until the thing's really rocket.
What are you using to reward?
This is sardine fudge.
Oh.
Homemade. Very potent. Have a whiff.
Oh, it smells delicious. I were a hound. Okay, so, and this is just one of the things you would work with. What else? I see a tunnel behind us.
The tunnel is an obstacle that, believe it or not all dogs love when they first start. So we start it easy. We squish it up, so it's not very long. And then, you're such a good girl. We just use a piece of food. Hey, you're not supposed to be good at this. We just use a piece of food to bring the dog through. Get it, Reb. Get it, good girl. Come on, Reb.
And it's easier because it's smaller. They can see the other side.
Right.
These
It's like 1 or 2 steps in there instead of a lot of steps. So it's not very scary. Reb. Good girl. Then when they're okay with it, come here, baby.
You'll change the dynamic, right?
Then we start by making it longer. Reb. Here you go. Get in the tunnel. Good girl. And again, you keep rewarding it until she is. Come on, Reb.
And they understand they're not moving into a trap or something, because when you talk about instincts, this could be a scary thing. Just instinctually, you're going into this dark place.
Terriers tend to be a little bit more blasé about it.
Because they love going into ratting in holes and stuff like that.
But some other dogs, not so much.
So the next thing we're used to seeing, a jump?
Jumps, the assumption is that all dogs love to jump. Not so much.
Okay.
So we start with a very low jump. Go, Reb. Whoops, throw some food. Come on, Reb. And we reward them just for going over the jump. Good girl.
Oh, good job. And then you increase it?
And then we slowly increase the height.
Okay.
And we have them do things like, Reb, go around the jump. Practice flexibility.
Well, I'm glad we have you in for 2 segments, because we're out of time now, and there's a lot more to talk about here. As we increase the level of difficulty and start to move to advance, we'll talk about how long that takes to get to that point and more. Dream Fields is in with us on CTV Morning Live. We'll be back in a moment.
Thank you.
Good job, Rebel. Thought she was awesome. I'd give that a try, but Sarah, we're actually going to watch dogs do it without people on their back, which is great. Sarah is horse jumping today. Cecilia Hersey with me again from Dream Fields. Now, who have we got out here? Beautiful standard Schnauzer.
This is Mischief.
All right.
She's been doing agility for a while, and she's going to demonstrate a few of the more advanced moves with the same pieces of equipment that Rebel worked on a little bit earlier.
Okay, so the fulcrum underneath this platform is much bigger.
Yeah, it's bigger than what we had Rebel working on. So what's going to happen when Mischief goes on it to the other end, once she does, it will actually tip a little bit more.
Okay, there we go.
So she has to deal with a lot more movement of that board.
I see that.
And as the dogs get better, we just increase that height, and you can see she's incredibly comfortable on there. She's
She really
just like,
is.
so this is my my forte. I can do this stuff.
Exactly. So we see that, and I see behind me that you've also curved the tunnel, so the dog cannot see the other end now.
Exactly, and some dogs get really worried when they go in the tunnel because they can't see where the end is.
Okay.
And so
that's not a concern.
Well, not for her, because she's been doing it for a while. So we start off with the tunnel not quite so curved, and then we slowly increase it.
Okay.
So Jeff is going to put Mischief through the tunnel now.
Come here.
Just say tunnel.
Tunnel.
Yeah, good girlie.
Good girl. Wow. And I'm a Dreamfields graduate just like that now. As if.
You are, not your dog.
No, you got it. That's the hard part. But there is a really special relationship between the handler and the dog. And a lot of times if you're watching agility competitions, people, and you're not trained on what's supposed to happen, some people might assume the dog's made a mistake, but a lot of times the trainer too.
Almost 99% of the time, if there's a mistake out there, it's because the handler did something wrong. Working in agility requires the dog and the handler to really pay attention to each other.
Okay.
So that they can get through the course without making a mistake.
Look at that.
She's amazing.
She loves it. Okay.
She does.
So we move back to the jump.
So now we've raised this jump up a little bit. Because we're working on concrete, we're not going to raise it to any height.
Very nice.
So that's
good.
a bit scary. But Mischief's going to do a little bit more work on the jump. A little bit more flexibility, a little bit more agility. So, oh, something's going on.
There
girl,
we go. So that's great, and I like that you're concerned with the landing platform. This is very hard on, and dogs' joints are sensitive, so you got to watch out for that.
Yeah, you always want to be aware of the environment that you're asking your dog to work in to make sure that it's safe. This is supposed to be a game. It's something we do for fun, not to hurt our dogs.
Exactly. Tell me about your facility, Dreamfields.
Dreamfields is the premier dog agility school in Ottawa.
Okay.
We have indoor and outdoor facilities. We've been holding classes for over 15 years, and we have the best instructors in all of Ottawa.
Right.
We also have classes starting next week, so if anybody's interested, drop us a line.
Dreamfields.com, in fact, is a very easy website to check out if you want to get your dog involved in this. You know, it's kind of like there are kids, so I always feel bad with my little guys just sitting around bored. I would feel bad if my dog was sitting around bored as well, and I know that that dogs really do appreciate it, especially when they're...
Christine, go ahead and add the tunnel.
Yeah, we'll add the tunnel in there? Okay. So I know that they'll be appreciative too when they're lying next to you tired.
Exactly, and you're happy that they're tired and they're healthy. It's great for their bodies, and it exercises their mind as well. So they have a tremendous time, and so do you.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much for bringing in our two superstar dogs and unbelievable handlers. Cecilia, all the best. Dreamfields.com if you want to know more.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll be back in a moment on...